Now next is Ghiyasuddin Balban. Clear. Balban came to power after the death of Nasiruddin Mahmud in 1266, and he was first realized that prevailing the weakness of royal power was due to the interruption of Turkish nobles. He realized that because of nobles interfere into the affairs of political affair, so that's why the powers were weakened. So he weakened the power of noble by putting some of the restriction on it. Clear. So Balban was the most successful ruler among the slave kings. So he made his court both dignified and majestic. So he to raise his power, one new practice introduced by him, that is pabos and sijda. Sijda and pabos. These practice was introduced by him. Sijda means pastoring and kissing the king's feet. That is sijda means to put his body on front of the king, and pabos means to touching the feet. So these practice were introduced by the Ghiyasuddin Balban in his court. Now we will learn achievements of the Balban, estimates of Balban. First is he reformed the army. First is he reformed his army. He took paid his attention towards the increase of army. After that he made the people and the noble loyal to the court. Clear. Nobles, as he observed that nobles will become one of the reason of the weakness of the empire, so he made people as well as noble to the people loyal to the court, to the crown. Clear. Now Balban put the administration in order also. In his administration also he did changes, that he put some of the changes of the under the administration. Clear. He checked the Mongol invasion successfully. He saved territory from the Mongols also. Mongols attack. Clear. So he organized spy system also. Spy system introduced by him. Spy system is secret ministers, secret persons appointed by him in his army, so that he check the information from all over the areas. Clear. So he took these things done by him, by the Ghiyasuddin Balban. So after that he, because of illness, he died. He died when? In 1287. How? Because of illness. So 1287 he died. Learn the date also, 1287. And after that, after his death, who took the charge, who took the dynasty? That is Kaku Bad. He is a grandson of Balban, so he took charge over the Sayyid dynasty. Clear. Now next we will learn about the Khalji dynasty. Slave dynasty over. After slave dynasty, second dynasty come, that is Khalji dynasty. Under the slave, Qutbuddin Aibak, Iltutmish, Rajia Sultan, all are important one. After that the Khalji dynasty comes. The Khalji dynasty. Khalji dynasty, the ruler of Khalji dynasty name is Jalaluddin Khalji. Jalaluddin Khalji. So he was a founder of Khalji dynasty, Jalaluddin Khalji. The most important event of this dynasty was that Alauddin Khilji, related to Alauddin Khilji. Alauddin Khilji was his nephew. Two rulers were there, Alauddin Khalji, nephew. Who was he? He was the nephew of Jalaluddin Khalji. So Alauddin Khalji, nephew of Jalaluddin Khalji, he took one Devagiri. He attacked on Devagiri and took precious booty from over the Devagiri and come back to Kara. When he come back to Kara, Jalaluddin want to congratulate him. So, but what he did, Alauddin Khilji planned. He did not like the Jalaluddin Khilji, so he planned one murder and he killed him, Jalaluddin Khilji. Clear? So Alauddin Khilji killed Jalaluddin Khilji instead of cooperating him. Clear? So after that, who came to power? Alauddin Khilji. Now conquest. We will learn about the conquest of Alauddin Khilji. First is Gujarat, related to Gujarat. So Alauddin sent one expedition under his general. One is Ulugh Khan and another one is Nasrat Khan. So two main generals were there, Ulugh Khan and Nasrat Khan. So he made expedition over the Gujarat and brought the Gujarat under his control. And from that from there also he brought some of the rich booty, as well as Malik Kafur. What he brought from the Gujarat? Booty, precious beauty, as well as Malik Kafur, one of the slave. Clear? So he took Malik Kafur from one of the slave from Gujarat, and for that, for about this Malik Kafur, he paid so many dinars, so many rupees, thousands dinars given by the Alauddin Khilji for that Malik Kafur. So Malik Kafur became one of the Alauddin trustee general afterward. He became one of the trustee general of Alauddin afterward, and he conquered Dwar Samudra and Madurai for Alauddin. So number of territory also gained by him because of only Malik Kafur, one of the slave. So which for that he spent so many dinars. So that's why Hajar Dinari also name given to him, because he spent so much dinars over for that. So Hajar Dinari name also famous for that Malik Kafur. Next Rajasthan, territories of Rajasthan. Alauddin had a long history of expedition in the Rajput state. So after that he captured the fort of Ranthambore. Ranthambore is in the Rajasthan. So after that expedition of Gujarat, he turned his eyes towards the Rajasthan, and from Rajasthan he captured the fort of Ranthambore. So after that he moved to the Malwa area and conquered Malwa under his direct control, and after that he turned his eyes over Mandu, Chanderi. So slowly the whole northern area was come under the control of Alauddin Khilji. Clear? After that Deccan and South India. Deccan and South India. Deccan and South India. Clear? So Alauddin first made conquest over Gujarat, after that Rajasthan, then he turned his eyes over Deccan and South India, and there he sent one of his general, that is Malik Kafur. He sent Malik Kafur to conquer Deccan and Southern India, and Malik Kafur defeated Yadavs of Devagiri, Hoslas was Dwarka Samudra, Kakatiyas of Warangal, and Pandyas of Madurai. So all these areas defeated by the Malik Kafurs, and he took, but he did not annex all these kingdoms. Even that he just leave it to take it tribute from them. Clear? So because of only tribute he leave that areas. Now after that we will learn of the achievement. We will learn about the administration system of Alauddin Khilji. Administration now. Administration of Alauddin. Clear? So Alauddin was able and efficient ruler. So he made a study of the revolts. Why revolts were there, and he just turn his eyes over the nobles people. Clear? So the gift which were given to the noble, that taken back from by him. Clear? So he what he did, he keeping control over the noble. First thing, he keep control over nobles. how he keep control over the nobles? By just whatever the gifts given by Alauddin Khilji to the nobles, he take it back. So first step done by him. Then secondly, he banned the marriage party. The nobles were not allowed to take the to attend the marriages. Okay? So nobles were not allowed to attend marriages. Okay, that is the second action taken by him for to crush the powers of the nobles. Clear? So then drinking wine, that also prohibited by him. Clear? So wines prohibited. So all these things are done by him under the administration to crush the powers of nobles. Clear? Then in order to maintain a strong army, what he did, he look his eye towards a strong army system. So he increased the revenue. Clear? So just to make his army strong, what he did, he just increase the revenue system to increase the power of army. After that, from which part he increase the revenue? Ganga, Yamuna, Dwab, these area. So in this area he increased the revenue. So all these things are done in his administration by Alauddin. Now economic reforms. Under the economic reforms, so many things done by him, Under the economic reforms, first is he maintained huge army. Clear? First, then after that he fixed the prices. He fixed the prices of commodity. Clear? So that everyone take a single price was given to the by the Alauddin for every commodity. After that, officers appointed to keep check on the prices rate. Officers appointed by him, so that cheating will be not done by anyone. Clear? So first he maintained huge army. After that he fixed the prices of commodities. After that he appointed officers to look that all things, keep the check on the prices, that all prices were same or not, for that. Clear? So if anyone is cheating, then punishment was given to that person. Punishment was given to that person if anyone cheated. Clear? So these are the economic reforms. After that we will move to art and architecture. In the field of art and architecture, he was a great lover of art and architecture. So number of poets and scholars were there, in famous poets and scholars were there in the Darbar. One is Amir Khusro and Amir Hassan. Amir Khusro and Amir Hassan, two famous persons. They just underline it if it is given in your book. So they were the most prominent among that who were in the court. Clear? So Alauddin Khilji was a great builder. So he built a number of buildings. One of famous building is Alai Darwaja, and near Qutub Minar is situated. So that built by him. Clear?